It's Movie Time is produced by John DeSando. Listen to shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
I'm Wayne Miller.
This is It's Movie Time.
It is Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
$500 million already after the first weekend?
Yes.
Holy
yes.
gosh.
Good movie. A good summer movie, especially on the heels of other Avenger movies that are really pretty heavy-handed. Endgame and which was good, but this is something a little lighter.
Well, Spider-Man: Far From Home, not to be confused with the previous Homecoming.
Yes.
So everything's about home for this poor boy.
Yeah.
It's an adolescent romantic comedy couched in the superhero dome. So he's all the kid wants to do is to go on vacation with his buds.
Yes, and relax.
Right.
After the blip, as they call it.
Yeah.
The whole thing from Endgame.
But for one of the good things about it is it's realistic.
Yeah.
He has lost his mentor, Tony Stark.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's difficult for him to get over it.
Yes.
And easy for him to give himself over to Mysterio.
Well, that exactly, because he's not finding a very good mentor. At least he's not. He's kind of a tougher mentor, and that's Nick Fury. Samuel L. Jackson does a great job, with an eye patch, but yes, the kid needs. He's a teenager. He needs a mentor.
Well, Quentin Beck, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, otherwise known as Mysterio. Now, what do you think is going to happen with him with a name like Mysterio? Can we count on him?
Maybe not quite as a good guy as we thought.
But anyway, so how old is Spidey? 16?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Gee, my God, he looks like he's 60.
Yeah, not quite.
Yeah.
But I think he does, and I like the two previous ones, because I went back, because I saw all five of those, the three with Tobey Maguire, 2002, 2004, and then 2007. And then they rebooted it with Andrew Garfield in 2012. And I liked both of those, and I think what really kind of makes these movies, and I think Tom Holland does a good job, and why they're very popular for young and old alike. This is a relatable character. We could all think back to awkwardness in our teenage years and having a crush, and I think they do a good job with Zendaya as MJ. Now, in the previous movies, Mary Jane, now Kirsten Dunst in the Maguire Spider-Man series, but then another young lady played by a very fetching Emma Stone in the Garfield movies, who played Gwen.
But Zendaya is inscrutable, aloof. She does a great job. I think she's the outstanding part of this film.
Yes.
Next to Jake Gyllenhaal, whom I love, and it doesn't look like I'm going to see him again.
Oh, who knows?
I know.
Well,
I know.
In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, don't count anybody down. Anybody could come back from the dead, like Lazarus from the dead.
Well, I get uncomfortable with, or I get how shall I say that? I get kind of anxious about seeing an adolescent comedy, romantic comedy. Versus really what it is most of the film. Most of the film is he's saying he doesn't want to be the leader of the group.
Yeah.
Most of the time he's saying how much he misses Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Do I have to go through all of this to get to the good part, which is, and I know, and I agree with you, it's one of the things that I'll always say is it's very humane. It's the most humane of them all.
Yes.
Now,
yeah. Well, I think what really kind of, there's a lot of cute bits, and of course, what was cool, since we've both been to Europe, to see some of these sites that they have. I was kind of hoping that they would maybe get to, because they talked about going to the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
They never made it to France. But
Well, I
we
didn't
saw-
notice if their gondolier had a cell phone.
Yeah, like our little group had several years ago in the canals of
Well, I'll tell
Venice.
you, notwithstanding my complaint about the adolescent romance between the two of them, and I know
Yeah.
it's real and da-da-da, I have to go through it. I really like the romance between John Favreau and Marisa Tomei.
Yes,
I like
yes.
that.
Yeah, Aunt May.
Yeah.
And because and thinking back on the other two series, Spider-Man series, we always have the love interest, as Zendaya does here with MJ. We have a somewhat mentor role, kind of like, especially in the best of the McGuire series, the middle one, where Alfred Molina plays Doc Ock.
Oh, I love
Doc Ock,
Molina.
and does a great job. But here are some guys who don't turn out to be quite the mentors for poor Spidey.
I know.
As well as Aunt May, who
An improbable hottie.
well, but it was kind of interesting because in the McGuire ones, Rosemary Harris played it, and the uncle, the doomed uncle, played by Cliff Robertson. In the Garfield series, Aunt May was played by Sally Field, and the doomed uncle, by Martin Sheen. And of course, we had the doomed uncle bit, in the first movie of this series. But Aunt May, yes, yes. Marissa, she is kind of a hottie, but that was cute. But also, I thought you were going to say the little love interest between Peter Parker's little sidekick
Oh, yeah.
and the little blonde young lady.
Right.
Which
His
added a lot
Jonah
of
Hill.
cuteness. Yes, exactly. Yeah, his little
Schlubby.
sidekick that sometimes are done very well, in some of the Marvel movies. But I thought overall it was interesting. Special effects were pretty good. I don't think we really got a lot, as we have in the past, of Spidey's slinging around. Not to me, it wasn't
I think you're
as
right.
much,
Yeah,
and which is probably
because there was too much
okay.
of his mooning over MJ.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what I am interested in, I'm skeptical about, his ability to lead the Avengers. I mean, this is clearly being groomed to be
Yes.
the leader.
Well, as with any of these other Marvel movies, the cinematic universe, you have to stay for the nearly, to me, it seemed too long through all the credits. Of course, it takes
Yes.
a village, more than a village. It takes a small city, to make these movies. But you have to sit through them because there's always some which turn out to be sometimes cute, sometimes spoilers. So not to spoil it for the fans, stay through all the end of the credits because there's a few things that are kind of revealed that kind of set up for future Marvel movies as well as Spider-Man movies too.
Well, Wayne Miller, the film is. The film is Spider-Man: Far From Home. What grade would you award it?
I'm going to give it a B+.
Very good.
I enjoyed it.
All right.
It was a good time. It was a good time for anybody.
And I will award it a C+ because it exasperates me.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you've raised about 10 children, and so you've gone through the awkwardness of teenage years multiple times with them.
No, I guess I'm just going to have to be patient and wait for 47 meters down.
Well, I guess so. Coming up in August.